Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's quite a nice day in Berlin, and we're going to be looking at the cards for the month of October today. We've got some Leonardo da Vinci here to keep us chirpy, and I've got my minis here, and this is just the major arcana. We're going to be using my wonderful original self-generating spread, and we're going to be asking the cards in this first reading, how is our spread actually going to work? What's the structure of the spread? Let me show you what I mean. Here we just have major arcanas. And we're going to do 3 cards today. Okay. Here's our first reading for the structure of the spread itself. Please give us a structure of the spread itself for our reading for the month of October 2024. Okay, so we're just having uprights today. And that's our structure. So lovers, I think, would be what choice do we have to make in October? Death would be what has to transform or be left behind in October. And I think Hermit, what inner material has to be looked at in October? Okay. That's our spread, that's our structure. Now we take a second pack of cards, a full pack, and we do the reading itself. Let me put the structure up here for a moment. We'll pull it back later. I just need a bit of space here. I'm going to use my enormous Oculi, Occultati cards, which I love dearly. And I'm going to ask the tarot, please give us a reading for the month of October, according to this structure. Month of October. Okay, here's the way I'm seeing this. And I'll just tell you what these cards all are. We have a reversed 7 of Swords here in the lovely Oculi Occultati. Have a look at that one. We have a 9 of Swords here. And we have a Chariot. I'll cut in some close-ups of those cards later. Now, just maybe going backwards in a way, I see if there's a decision to be made, it seems to be about Chariot. And I mean, apart from the fact that is rather interesting, we've got a white Sphinx and a black Sphinx. So the Chariot today is looking more like a decision card than it normally looks. But I'm going to read it in terms of life path. Career, if you want. Career is a dirty, dirty word, but the word Chariot is connected to the word career. And it seems that the cards want us to make some kind of decision. Let's keep that in mind and go over to here. Now, what needs to be looked at inside? What do we need to go inside and look at? Reversed 7 of Swords. Now, I have a particular feeling for the reversed 7 of Swords. If the 7 of Swords is guile and, stealth and a slightly tricky way of getting your agenda, the reversed 7 of Swords for me is guilelessness. It's a kind of gormlessness. It's a cluelessness. I'm clueless. I'm not competing. I don't really have a plan. It's a defenselessness. Now, I think looking at these two, and not taking this too heavily, but the feeling for this month is that we're being encouraged to get our act together here, to make some decisions and to kind of be a bit proactive and to and to get a plan together and not just let things happen to us. Okay. And as a PS, we have, okay, what needs to stop? What needs to leave our lives or to be transformed into something else? And here we have the Nine of Swords, the obsessing, I would say pessimistic, depressive, self-defeating card. That needs to go. Imagine if that was off the table. One breathes a sigh of relief. No more obsessing, no more self-defeating, no more depression. Easier said than done, but how does that feel as a thought experiment? Okay, we've got the headspace. We've got the headspace to make some decisions and to make a plan. I'll have a quick look at the weather forecast to see if that fleshes it out. If you're not familiar with my weather forecast spread, just have a look in my video about it and that'll explain what I'm doing here, but it's not really rocket science. Okay, there we have 12 cards. I'm only interested in major arcanas and aces. And I'm only interested in upright cards. Okay, well, what I'm getting from this is we have third house and ninth house aspected. As you may know, I'm not reading these cards at face value. I'm just reading their position in the 12 houses. And if we want to relate this to the last spread that we did, the last spread was quite mental. There were two swords cards here. And we have here two opposite houses, third and the ninth. And broadly speaking, we've got communication and we've got learning and stimulation and growth there. So I think this month of October is about this challenge of getting our act together, in a sense, freshening up the mind, getting a plan together, and just making ourselves a bit more competitive and a bit tougher and a bit more like playing the game, you could say. So I see these two here, third and ninth, as adding up to a feeling of stimulation. Talk to people, read stuff, take in stuff, travel if you want. I mean, that's a long distance travel house, isn't it? The ninth. But I think it's about keeping the mind stimulated in this month. I'm actually having a highly stimulated, a mentally stimulated day. So I may be seeing that through that lens, but I think that's synchronous. I think it's about a little bit of intelligence, a little bit of mental agility in order to just set ourselves up for the coming season. And you could say the next 12 months. So those were my thoughts for October 2024. I wish you a pleasant and stimulating month, and I'll be back next week with more of this stuff. Bye.